Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com with another video on Go Buffalo. In this video, what I want to do is talk about middleware. Middleware is essentially functions. This is generally the way any web server works, whether they're using Express, Django, whatever. The idea is that a request goes to your web server, and all that request wants is a response. It just says, hey, I wanted this thing, can you give me the thing? But your server, the way it's designed, is that there's a series of functions that it goes through until inevitably a response is sent back to the user. Any function that kind of runs in that chain from the request being received till the response being sent is referred to as middleware. So technically all your routes and all that stuff is middleware. Okay, so essentially this is all middleware. Essentially your request comes in, it goes to the server and starts running through all these app.uses and app.go. These are middleware. So essentially what happens is the request comes in, this is the server, it starts up, it gets passed to this middleware first, okay, then to this middleware, then to this middleware, then to this middleware, then to this middleware, and then to this middleware, and again this one is going to check to see if this is the URL. If not, then it just passes it on to the next one. But if it does have this URL, it then passes it on to this function. Okay, and that function might pass it on to another function, to another function. So middleware, there's middleware that applies to like every request, which is all these app.uses that occur before we start seeing the routes. And then you might actually have middleware that continues on once a route's been hit. So, but the bottom line is middleware are functions that are going to run before you have a response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file called middleware.go. Okay, and here I'm just going to define more middleware. I don't think I need all of that. Here, let's see here. We'll see what I need. I'll just delete what I don't. Actually, if I copy what we have on home, there we go. I think that should get us by. Control C, copy that to middleware.go, and then I can just use this file here to write any middleware functions I may want to use. So let's create a middleware function as an example. Okay, and let's take a look at the doc so you can see an example one. So an example right here. Okay, so essentially you're creating a function and it takes in this next parameter, which is really just another Buffalo handler function, because that's all this really is. It's a Buffalo handler function, except it doesn't send the response at the end. It'll send you to another function. Okay, and basically what it does is that it returns a function, okay, that takes in the context. Again, the context is sort of the mix of the request and the response data, does whatever you want it to do, and then either returns an error or sends you to the next function. Okay, so let's just copy this little template over. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a function that just basically says hello anytime you hit any route. Okay, hello everyone. Okay, that all doesn't need to change. Return func, that's all fine. And essentially all we really need to do, I'll bring in FMT. And all I really want to do okay is fmt dot print line hello. Okay, and what that will do is that anytime I send the request, anything that hits this middleware will just print hello to the logs. Okay, and if something goes wrong, it'll return an error. Okay, otherwise it will run the next function. That's what this does. It's saying next, which just says passes the context to the next handler function. So now if I want to use this, okay, let me just see why it probably doesn't like the variable name. Okay, whatever. It's just wanting me to add a comment. I'll be cheeky and do this. A comment. Okay. Cool, and now it's probably complaining that I didn't. Yep. Just being particular about the form. Okay, app.go. Then we'll go back to where all these app.uses are. I will add it before the routes. App.use. Always the casing and go. Use, and I want to use hello everyone. Okay, I think that should do it. Just double check if I do need to invoke it or not. Middleware. Okay, I don't need to invoke it for that particular situation. Okay, because hello app.use knows to pass the context onto the function passed to it. Okay, and again, I'm able to use it there. I don't have to import it or anything because it's all part of the same package. It's all part of the actions package. So let's start my server, make a request, buffalo dev. And then we just wait. Okay, or you need to be up. That's right. CDT. There we go. Okay. Okay. Local host. Okay, just being a little slow as I wait for the server to start up. Okay, imported. It's complaining that I haven't used this library, so I'm going to comment that out. Okay, that looks like it built fine. So let's refresh. Nope, still not there yet. Double check is running on 3000. Let's say. I'll do this. Okay, good. We hit a route, which means we should see hello somewhere in here. And there it is. Hello. So it'll run for every route. Okay, so if I go to any other route, so let's say I go to get cats. Okay, and then I should see hello again in here, and there it is right here. Okay, so that's all that does. And then if I wanted to use it just for a specific route, so let's say I were to take it out of here, and I only want it to be used when I hit this test route, okay, what I'll do is I'll wrap this in parentheses and then type in hello everyone. Okay, so because this is the handler that I'm passing to my middleware, and it just knows to run this handler when this is done. Okay, so that's how middleware works. So let's just test that out real quick. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit refresh. And you'll see, this is the hello from before, but if I go down, I'm not going to see any new hellos yet. Okay, so that might still, oh, because I think it's still running the old one. Did it rebuild? Okay. Cool. Let me just refresh this one more time just to make sure. Let's go to the dogs. Okay, let's see here. And there's no hello. Okay, there is a little bit of an error there, but that's something else. That's something else. Okay, so let's go to test. Okay, it's loading, it's loading. And so the route loaded up, but let's see here, did it say hello in the logs on the server? Let's get this to where? Let's get past above all this. Application. And there it is. Hello. And that was right as we were to call the route test. So, yeah. Again, nothing fancy, but you could do cool stuff. Like, usually you would use this for like authentication. So if you wanted to like check a JSON web token,